Most people believe their biggest asset is the thing that will protect them: their house, their business, their career. But history tells a different story. Again and again, the asset that people trust the most becomes the thing that traps them when conditions change. Not because they were reckless, not because they made bad decisions, but because they misunderstood what they were actually holding. Wealth doesn't disappear in these moments. It moves, quietly, predictably, from those who are overexposed to those who understand the cycle. Most people don't lose money because they took risks. They lose it because they stay too long in what felt safe. In this video, I want to show you how an asset slowly turns into a trap, why this pattern repeats every generation, and how to recognize the shift before you're standing too close to when it happens. The illusion of safety. Every financial cycle begins the same way. Prices rise, credit becomes easy, confidence grows. People feel wealthier, not because they're producing more, but because the value of what they own keeps going up. This is the most dangerous phase, because nothing feels dangerous. Debt feels harmless, leverage feels smart, concentration feels efficient. When everyone around you is winning, caution feels unnecessary, even foolish. And slowly, almost invincibly, people stop asking a critical question. Is this asset protecting me, or am I depending on it? That's the moment the trap begins forming. Section 2. When an asset stops being an asset. An asset isn't defined by how valuable it looks on paper. It's defined by three things: liquidity, flexibility, survivability under stress. The moment an asset fails one of these tests, it starts changing character. Something can look valuable and still be dangerous. Something can feel safe and still be fragile. The trap isn't the asset itself. The trap is overexposure. When too much of your net worth, income, or identity is tied to one thing, you're no longer in control of it. It controls you. Section 3. The cycle that never changes. Every major financial collapse follows the same psychological pattern. Number 1. Expansion. Easy money, rising prices, optimism. Number 2. Overconfidence. Risk is ignored, leverage increases. Number 3. Blindness. Warning signs are dismissed. Number 4. Compression. Liquidity disappears. And number 5. Transfer. Assets move to stronger hands. The details change. The technology changes. The language changes. However, human behavior does not. Every generation believes they're smarter than the last. Every cycle convinces people this time is different. It never is. Section 4. Why safe assets fail first. Now, here's the uncomfortable truth. The assets people trust the most are often the first to betray them. Why? Because they're heavily leveraged. Because they're illiquid. Because everyone owns them the same way at the same time. When conditions tighten, these assets don't gently decline. They lock people in. You can't sell quickly, you can't refinance easily, and you can't adjust without pain. What once felt like stability becomes immobility. That's when people realize they don't own the asset. They're trapped inside of it. Section 5. Insiders versus the crowd. There's a quiet truth in every cycle. The people who exit early never announce it. They don't panic. They don't post warnings. They simply reduce exposure. Meanwhile, the public is still celebrating gains, still pointing to charts, still defending the narrative. By the time consensus changes, the exits are crowded and the doors are narrow. This isn't about intelligence. It's about positioning. Those who survive don't predict the collapse, they prepare for the possibility. Section 6. How to tell if an asset is turning into a trap. Here are the questions that matter. If I needed to exit quickly, could I? If income stopped temporarily, could this asset survive? Am I relying on appreciation instead of cash flow? Would this still protect me if conditions reversed? If the answer to those questions make you uncomfortable, that discomfort is information. The goal isn't fear. The goal is awareness, because awareness creates options. Section 7. The role of liquidity and patience. In every crisis, fortunes aren't destroyed. They're transferred from those who needed liquidity to those who had it, from those who were forced to act to those who could wait. Real wealth isn't about maximizing returns during good times. It's about surviving bad ones intact. Liquidity isn't exciting. Patience isn't impressive. But they're undefeated. The most dangerous moment in any financial cycle isn't collapse. It's the period right before it, when everything feels normal and nobody feels urgency. Remember this: an asset doesn't become dangerous when it falls. It becomes dangerous when you stop questioning it. Because when your asset becomes the biggest trap, the warning signs were never invisible. They were just ignored. If this helped you think differently about wealth, cycles, and risk, subscribe to The Mindful Millionaire. Here we don't chase noise. We build clarity and let time do the rest.